So I'm sure as many of you saw today, Sunshine here decided to make a little announcement. He announced that instead of waiting until April 2nd for this to go into effect, today he decided to announce that there will be 25% tariffs on all non-US made cars and light trucks. Wasn't that nice of him? Needless to say, nobody in our government is happy to hear this. Ford responded, "Trump is at it again. His 25% tariffs on cars and light trucks will do nothing more than increase costs for our hardworking American families. U.S. markets are already on the decline as the president causes more chaos and uncertainty. He's putting American jobs at risk." Apparently, all the premiers are going to get together to figure out what the hell to do next week. Retaliatory tariffs, what's next? One of the interesting points that Premier Ford mentioned in his response today was that apparently it's broken down into parts when they decide what to put tariffs on specific areas of the vehicle. He also mentioned that before a car is completely manufactured, put together, built, the whole shebang, it has to cross over the border about 6 or 7 times. That's quite a bit of having to go back and forth, and yeah, that's why the tariffs at this rate are such a big damn deal. And yes, it was asked, would Premier Ford consider going back and revisiting the possibility of putting the electricity tariffs back into play? Nothing's been decided, as he mentioned. They have to meet with everybody early next week and come up with some decent responses. Right after the announcement was made, of course, the stocks for Ford and General Motors plummeted. Interesting little side note. When Trump was making this announcement, he called April 2nd, which is, I believe, when all of this is going to go into effect, he called it Liberation Day. Ford heard that, and he's like, "Oh yeah? Well, I think April 2nd should be considered Termination Day." It's going to be really interesting in the morning to see what the markets are going to open with in response to Trump's announcement. Because again, this is focused on all non-US made cars and light trucks. So it's not just Canada looking at this going, what? There was a definite edge in the responses today that we're not backing down. Canadians are, you kind of keep mistaking our kindness for weakness, and bitch, that's just not true.